All right, fellas, we're back. Week 12 recap. No prep on this one. Just going to go off the dome on what I remember. It's been a brutal week. No time for prep. You get home from a wedding that you're too old to drink that much at. Hungover. You're old now, so multiple day hangovers. Everything goes wrong at work. Just been in the office just essentially all week. And now I am going to have to delay Thanksgiving a day. Oh my God, let's just talk football for fuck's sake. All right, here's our league. The 2-10 boys are really exciting. I'm not going to lie. I'll get to it, but I thought Hayden was going to get off the bottom. He's back. It's just setting up for an awesome finish. The 3 at the bottom, but then we have 11 people still in the playoff hunt. Scott's locked up the 1 seed. Ish and I are essentially set in the playoffs. I think they have us at a 99% chance. It would have to be like we lose out and then like a ton of teams win out. So Ish and I are looking pretty good. We'll get into Rag's matchup, but what a win. Makozy and Clay each slide, and then somehow all of the 5-6 and 6-5 teams otherwise ended up at 6-6. It's fantastic. It's going to make for a fantastic finish to our league, and I could not be more excited. So, current playoff bracket. This feels like the first time where this actually kind of means a little bit. It's starting to get a little set. Like, Ish and I feel kind of set. Like, maybe not in the 2-3, but in the playoff spots. Scott's locked at the 1. I'm not even showing him. But, yeah, here's what we're looking at right now. This would be very exciting. Lots of heavy hitters. Let's get into the matchups. I will be going through these pretty quickly. It will still probably be a 2-parter, but maybe a shorter 2-parter. All right. Rob and Ish. Ishan just absolutely just brutalized Rob. He started Jacoby Brissett again, who looked good. I'm going to talk about his non-insane people. Swift has been horrible. Manungai's got that spot. J-Mo, told you, Ish. You got a couple flash in the pans. Thomas got you, dude. He got you. And then Kenny Gainwell's been awesome. But let's talk about it. We'll start with Jackson Smith Njigba. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I had to pronounce it safely. Yeah, he's awesome. Couple of those long catches he had were just insane. Sam Darnold slings the rock. I don't really know why the Vikings got rid of him for 9, but here we are. And then Jahmyr Gibbs. What an insane fucking game. That game was awesome. It was a prime Jameis game. Oh my God, that was beautiful. It was just Jameis versus Jahmyr Gibbs, and it was so much fun. Jahmyr Gibbs gets into the open field and just looks insanely fast. No one even has a chance to catch him. And then Jameis in that game just catching touchdowns, just throwing picks, throwing touchdowns. It was awesome. But yeah, you're never going to, I'll say it, you're never going to lose a matchup if 2 players get you almost 100 points. They got JSN and Gibbs got him, my brain's fried right now, so I'm not going to try and do math, but like 90-something points, it looks like. That's just crazy. I mean, yeah, you're not going to lose if that happens. The rest of his team was solid too. Robbie boy. Oof. You have Dallas's wide receiver 1. I'm feeling a little upset that I traded for CD, but it's fine. You traded away Jonathan Taylor. He played like shit. It didn't really matter for you. And Briggs corrected me this morning. It didn't really matter for him either. Fuck you, Briggs. I decided to believe that it does. Baker hurt. The rest of Rob's team in shambles. This team is not good. This team sucks. If Kyron Williams isn't going to be good, this team sucks. It's just Georgie at this point. It's just Georgie. Shouldn't have traded away JT. Oh, yikes. It's ugly. It's ugly. Somehow you got the better defense out of it, though. 10 points to 6. I don't know if that'll last, but good for you. I feel like I'm going insane right now. This is going to be a really fucking dog shit video, but we got to do it. Christ. All right, another one. I believe. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at like if I got my predictions right or anything. That'll have to wait until the recap or whatever. I'm not doing that right now. Sutton, pretty sure I predicted you to win. 88 points, not going to get it done. You had a chance. Mace left it open for you. He only got 103. He left it open. I'll start with Mace. This team, 3 weeks ago, I would have said they were one of the best, and now it's just kind of falling apart. Like, Judkins, 2 touchdowns and only 16 points. Henderson, no touchdowns, otherwise a decent game. Flacco's hurt. Burrow's maybe back, but who knows. Puka, he's getting all his touchdowns taken by Adams. Adams just gets in the end zone, 1 yard touchdown, 1 yard touchdown. And then the wide receivers are back to mid. It's fine. 6-6 for Kyle. I don't remember what his schedule is, but I mean, he can still sneak in. Just pretty much just got to you control your own destiny if you're one of the 6-6 or 7-5 teams. Like, if you win out, you're going to get in. So you control your own destiny. Kyle's in that boat. Sutton also definitely controls his own destiny because Hayden and Brett play this week. So one of them will automatically, like, they're both not guaranteed to win, and that means if Sutton wins, then he's pretty much safe. Oh my God, that's gonna be huge next week. Yeah, Sutton just the wide receivers, man. Pearsall, having to start Pearsall. I mean, drafting Scary Terry was just a brutal beat for Sutton. Like, last year, this team would have been insane. RB1 Saquon next to Terry. Oof. Breece Hall would have been nice. But right now, it's just meh. Like, I still don't understand how this roster is 2-10. Especially when you look at, like, Brett and Hayden's teams, which are just injured dog shit that can barely score any points. Like, you'd think Sutton's team would be okay, but it's not. It's horrible. ETN, really regretting trading him, but it's whatever. Nothing really exciting about this matchup. Just gross. Another just stinker of a matchup. Trying to get these out of the way so I can talk about a couple of the fun ones. Scott, Jesus Christ. This is the highest scoring opponent Scott has had to face this season. 108. And it's 1 point higher than the last highest score. Every single one of Scott's opponents just fucking shits the bed that week. And I'm a little nervous because I play him this week. Mikosi, you needed the win. If you got the win, you got in the playoffs. Still control your own destiny, like I said. This is a cobbled together roster. Garrett Wilson's still out. Dobbins is on IR. Having to start Chuba Hubbard is bad. He had like a drive with like 4 straight receptions, and he still only got 8 points. I think Mikosi will get in. I wouldn't be upset if I played him in the first round of the playoffs. Don't clip that when I lose to him. Yeah, this team's just fine. Like, yeah. Scott's team, I thought he was going to lose. I thought this was going to be a bad week. Kareem Hunt, legacy game. The Chiefs, they were never losing that. And then Devontae Adams, like I said, he just poaches all of Puka's touchdowns. It's crazy. I think the real difference was I was not expecting Jacoby Myers to have a good game. That was obviously huge. I would have assumed he would have well undershot his projection, but I don't think BTJ played, and Trevor Lawrence needed somebody to throw to. But yeah, that was pretty much it. It was Hunt, and it was Myers. That was the difference. They way overshot their projections. Got Scott the win. He's going to get Achane back next week, and then he's probably going to get Drake London back just in time for the playoffs. The time to catch Scott was this week because he fucking sucks. And so, yeah, Scott, like I said, he's got the 1 seed locked up. Drake London will probably be back for the playoffs. I'm officially again scared of Scott. Something just feels like he's not going to lose. It's starting to get officially scary. It was cute, but some of this defense is so good. How does he do it? How does no one score more than 108 against this guy? I would almost I bet the house that I don't break 100 next week. Bet the house. I am not feeling good about my squad right now, and Scott's got fucking dark magic going, just like his Chiefs. It was good talking to you on the phone on Friday night, Scott. But fuck your team. Enjoy the first round bye, though. That'll be nice. All right, the first of the fun matchups. Thomas, a heartbreaker to Pushan. I thought the math worked out to where if he didn't trade for JT, he would have won, but he educated me. And maybe he even finally figured out number 26 on Mastering Physics. Who knows? Fuck you, Thomas. You lost. Let me have fun. Fuck. Whatever. Anyway. Was not expecting this. I've been very obvious that I do not like Pouchon's roster, but hey, when it works out, it works out. When Juwan Jennings gets a touchdown, he's gonna overshoot his projection. AJ Brown has been getting force-fed the ball at an actually absurd rate, and then Derrick Henry did not look good, but 2 touchdowns will pretty much do it. And then I'm not going to pretend like I watched Chris Olave play football. Not going to. It was a good showing from Pouchon. I have no idea what to make of this roster right now. Because if they're going to keep force-feeding A.J. Brown, and if Derrick Henry's going to get goal line touches, then this team will probably be like contending for a playoff spot and maybe contending in a playoff game. But who knows? All I know is both these guys are now at 6-6. Thomas, everybody timed the Jonathan Taylor shit wrong. I mean, you got him on his worst week by far. We were just sitting there watching, and Thomas was just going, Chiefs are too smart. They're not going to let Jonathan Taylor beat them. They're stacking the box. Oh, no, they're stacking the box. What the fuck? The Chiefs knew what they were doing. They were like, yeah, Danny Dimes beat us. Danny Dimes couldn't beat them. Thomas got an actual first Jalen Hurts game. I think that's Jalen Hurts' first time over 22. Emmanuel Wilson, great stash. Got your money's worth out of him, even though you lost. And then Amon-Ra was Amon-Ra. It was just those three. It was those three, and that was it. Jonathan Taylor sucked. Jordan Addison. The Vikings pass catchers are quickly becoming unplayable with 9. I do love all the hate stats of 9. They're very funny. And then Thomas also, the Seahawks running backs, it is just, who knows? Who knows? I have no idea what to think of those two. I know Thomas won't be starting him, most likely. I don't remember who he has on bye or injured or whatever, but yeah, hopefully Charbonnet doesn't have to see that lineup anymore. These two teams will be fun to watch next week once I see who they play. I am predicting they both probably win because I think Thomas's team, JT, will bounce back, and I think Pouchon's team is getting a little warm. Good win, Pooch. Way to stay alive. Woo! All right, another semi-close one and an important one. Cal, he had to win. I think I predicted him to win because he had to win. And he moves to 6-6. At what cost, though? T. Higgins concussed. Great for my Jamar Chase stock. Bad for T. Higgins and all the T. Higgins owners. Quick week. He already got ruled out. Playing on Thanksgiving. Gonna miss out on Joe Burrow's return. And but Cal, good win. Egbuka started so strong and has been so ass the past 7 weeks. I don't remember the last time he broke 10 points. He's been so bad, and Cal's still 500. Another stinker for Bijan. Like I said about the Seahawks running backs, God only fucking knows. And he traded a salt packet and some fucking peanut crackers. What? Oh my God, my brain is fucking broken. Jesus Christ. I need a beer and some turkey. Yeah, he traded literally nothing for Roma Dunes, and in return he got literally nothing for Roma Dunes. So feels pretty even. And then he got the Hunter Henry game timed up. Clay, the whole team sucked except Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is basically the only one I'll talk about right now because no one else matters. Roster's not that good. Wide receivers suck. Bowers is playing with Geno as his quarterback. Christian McCaffrey, I'm 90% sure I saw that he leads the league in receptions. What? How? I mean, he's insane. He's averaging some crazy amount. I mean, and I say it every week. How is he sneakily this? The Niners are 8-4. I mean, their schedule's dog shit, but they're not good, but they're good. And McCaffrey isn't good, and Brock Purdy fucking sucks. That game last night, holy shit, that was ugly. Brock Purdy outplayed Bryce Young, and he had 3, and Brock had 3 first quarter interceptions. That was ugly. But yeah, Clay, I like Kyle's team. 3 weeks ago, I would have been horrified of this team. Banged up Lamar, he's obviously hurt. Like, it's not. And if he goes, Zay goes, Bowers, the Raiders might be the worst team in the league. Alec Pierce is good for a deep bomb every game, but who knows? I would be worried if I was Clay. Good win, Cal. Clay, you just need one to sneak in. Once you sneak in, who knows? All right, I'm going to quickly talk about my matchup before we get to the matchup of the week. Brett, a respectable showing. How on earth did he put up 100? Tracy had a couple long catches. That was impressive. Yoshivaz and Burden were great plug-and plays. You can't do much better with two guys on bye. And then Kittle, DK, and the Falcons defense all looked fine. This matchup didn't matter for you. Realistically, you were never going to win. Not trying to be cocky or anything. It's just his team was all on bye and or ass. It's next week. It's Hayden Brett. We've been building to it. I'm excited. Brett will be a big favorite, I'm assuming. But my team at 127, if you're going to... I was very nervous. After that Thursday night game, the Texans' defensive line are just monstrous. They had Josh Allen in absolute hell. Thank God James Cook broke that 50-yard touchdown to start the game, or I might have been in trouble. But yeah, 127 and Josh Allen didn't break 10. I feel pretty good about that. CeeDee Lamb dropped a bunch of balls, didn't look great. I had to start Tony Pollard. Browns defense, got him in every league. They're awesome. Playing the Raiders, that was so free. And then, Genty, receiving touchdown. He's the only, him and Bowers, it's actually crazy how bad Geno is with that much talent around him. But whatever. I get Jamar Chase back next week, so I'm going to start Tony Pollard. I'm feeling okay about my squad in general. Had to beat Brett this week. Got the job done. Not too sweaty. And finally, the matchup of the week. Rag fucking just crushes Hayden's hope with a 2-point win on Monday Night Football. It came down to Tet versus Purdy. Pretty much all Purdy needed to do was outscore Tet, and he couldn't do it. Purdy throws 3 picks, doesn't break 200 yards, and only has 1 touchdown. Tet caught a touchdown in the second half to put Reg over. Hayden had it. He had a win. All he needed was his quarterback to not be the second worst player on the field behind Bryce Young. Oh, Hayden. Heartbreaker. Kamara got hurt. Jefferson is unplayable with 9. Diggs didn't do anything. Oh, Javonte didn't find the end zone. Hayden had a chance. He had it. Rag's kicker and defense saved him on Thursday Night Football. That was awesome. Rag's team is at 7-5 now. If Jefferson's going to be that bad, I'm not too worried about his team. Don't clip that when I lose to him too. I don't know how I'm going to lose to him and McCosy, but I will find a way. And then Hayden, the Wan'Dale game. The 30-piece from Wan'Dale Robinson now that he has Jameis. You got a Bam Knight touchdown. Will Reichert went off. Maybe he didn't. I can't see his points. Whatever. And you just needed Purdy. It was heartbreaking. But it sets up for Brett versus Hayden. That'll be the best matchup of the year so far. Very excited about it. I will get you predictions for next week. They might just come over the weekend, post-Thanksgiving Day game. So on Thanksgiving, I will send out my official predictions for the week so I can't change them before those games. And then I'll put out a full video for your viewing pleasure on Saturday. So enjoy. I'm going to go attempt to not unalive myself. Shout out TikTok. I know the lingo now. Yeah. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, fellas. And yeah, bye. I'm tired of this shit.